I'm joined today with Vaibhav Sharda. Is that good?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
that's fine.
good. All right, he is the founder of Autoblogging.ai and Autolinking. Is that .ai as well?
Yeah, I have
Uh,
three tools now actually, all
Oh,
related to SEO. Yeah.
oh, wonderful. And those are some of, it was one of the first actual auto blogging tools that I used once they became popular a couple years ago. It does, and I know there's a lot of great people in the industry use it as well. So, welcome aboard, Vaibhav. How's it going?
It's great. And first of all, congratulations, Joe. Yeah. And other than that, it's all good. Quite nice. The sentiment about SEO content is, or AI content is changing again in the industry. It's all good. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and your origin story and what you're doing now?
So background, I'm basically a college dropout from India. I live in India, by the way. And yeah, I'm not a coder by skill. I'm just learning every day. And autoblogging was basically built out from my own laziness because I wanted to build content on scale that ranks and works like crazy. And then I started selling sites, some of my own. A lot of sites were starter sites, and then people used to buy the content directly from me on their sites instead of for for them having to wait for my sites to rank and then buy the sites off. They would simply buy content from me. And then autoblogging came around, and it's basically a SaaS where instead of my done for you services, people can simply use the tool themselves and generate articles on scale and auto publish to WordPress and stuff. So this is the tool that I use myself on a daily basis as well, and I have been developing it and improving it constantly since 2 years now. And this basically covers the content part of it. Yes,
Okay. And so you coded it yourself?
yes, I did.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Sometimes people ask me if I did the coding for legit, and I'm like, no, it would still say "Hello World" if it was up to me. So that's impressive that you not only market it and have grown it pretty well as it seems, but
Yeah, yeah.
that you're also like writing the code for it and stuff like that. We had well, I won't say who. We had someone else on that's in a similar has a similar tool a few months ago, and it was the same thing with him. So that's
Yeah,
impressive.
I believe it's the amount of control that you can have if you develop something from your own stuff. So the thing is, like, the first iteration or first version of autoblogging was basically on Node.js and popular frameworks like RabbitMQ as the database and stuff. So I don't understand any of that stuff. And on the first day when it was launched, it had some errors, which was an ongoing error since 6 or 10 hours, I think. And I was basically relying on my developer, and it didn't it frustrated me a lot because I had no control over it. I could not solve the issues myself. So I rebuilt everything myself with what I know in Python, and I was simply searching for on Google like how I can do that and stuff. And within 24 hours, I had a working thing again. I had it working, and since then, I have never looked back. I did not hire any developer to develop things for me. I just want that control over whatever happens in my tool. Yeah,
That's I definitely understand that. It's well, I'll just say that having not having to wait for developers is a good thing.
correct. Yeah.
I'll just say that. So you said that before you were doing like sites and stuff, and you wanted it was taking too long to get content. Was that like affiliate sites, or what were you doing?
So it was mostly autoblogging sites based on spin content. Like this was back in 2016 to 2019 when GPT was not there. Only GPT-2 was there, and it was not that great. So I used to launch maybe 1,000 sites every year and sell them off as starter sites to a bulk couple of bulk buyers. So that's what I used to do, like building sites on scale and selling them off in bulk, like 100 sites, 200 sites in one batch.
Oh wow.
And post that, those guys simply ask for content on their sites themselves, because a lot of these guys had established sites out there and the content was definitely working for them, the spun content, whatever I did with all the optimizations. So they simply asked for content, and then AI came in the picture, and so I basically replaced the spinning part of content to AI generated content. And then I started selling those content as services like DFI services. I'll simply add content on your site. And then auto blogging was formed, in which I did not have to get involved in the process at all. Like people can simply come in and generate the content. So this has been like um, taking more time for myself to develop more interesting stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So I know somebody's going to ask this, so let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. Uh, People love to compare tools to other tools. What would you say? And I won't mention any competitors' names and be disrespectful like that, but what would you say makes auto blogging unique from all the other AI tools out there?
So I believe the content quality is very great. Like we have reduced the fluff that comes with it. Even if you use ChatGPT or any computing tool, the first sentence of every paragraph under each heading, that's where the main fluff is, and we have basically removed that entirely. And it's like I have these great partners as well. Autoblogging has four other partners who have who are managing about 800 plus sites, like client sites and their own sites. They are based in the UK, and they are quite great at it. They are worth over $100 million in total net worth and stuff. So their team is basically using autoblocking on a daily basis. And since the last 7 months, I have been on a daily feedback loop with them about what's working and what's not working, what I need to change, whatever. So it's like the number of changes or iterations that I've done today compared to when it was like 2 years back. I would say like maybe maybe the content has improved by at least 1000 x times. So yeah, that's something that I'm very proud of. It's a it's a the tool generates basically the best outputs there is, like with AI content. Yeah.
Okay. And it can publish directly to your sites, right?
Yes, yes. We have an option for auto post to WordPress, and there's also an option to integrate it with com.bot, which is like a Zapier alternative, and you can connect it with any external API, even Shopify and stuff.
Wonderful. I didn't know the Shopify. That must have been hard to set up. I know they're not easy to integrate with.
Yeah, so that's why we added this third party in the middle, com.bot. So you can create automated workflows directly in com.bot and just connect autoblogging to com.bot. So it's like very simple on my end, like just add a trigger and stuff. That's it.
And do people have to use their own open AI key, or do they use? Is it
No,
through
no,
you?
no. Everything is included inside Autoblogging. It gives us the freedom to play around with more stuff and the number of quality, like usage of different models and stuff. That's what we do in the backend. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you want to? Are you able to show us a demonstration of it, or do you?
Sure, I can. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
I think some people might want to see that.
Let me just share my screen. Um,
There's a little present button in the middle, and if you click that, I'll add it to the screen.
and screen. Perfect. Okay. So this is how the dashboard looks like. This is the login panel, login page. Basically, once you are in, you can see all these options here. This is the quick mode, and there's this helpful guide on the side which explains what each and every settings or each and every option does here, what it does. And we have a couple of options in here, like you can generate in single mode or bulk generation mode, and it has the same options like just like auto post to WordPress, com.bot integration. You can fill out these forms if you want to, and optional keys to in com.bot to have other filters and say or automations and stuff. Now this is the quick mode, which is very easy, like very simple. Now this is the godlike mode, which is like the most SEO optimized outputs out there. This is the best version out there, and you are in more control of the outline of the keywords entities that you can place it here. Um, you can start with article title, source context. Source context is you can basically guide what the AI should write the article on. So suppose if you are using um, like type of article places local. So if you're using this particular option places local, what it does is, suppose if you're writing on 5 best online reputation management companies in Florida, in Naples, Florida, for example, and then you select this places local. Now if you have an agency, for example, XYZ is the agency, is my agency, is the best one, just mention it here, put it on the top. So
Hmm.
this particular prompt will actually put XYZ on the top of the article, like top of the list, and post that. The other four names, like best out of five, other four names will be actual places from Google Maps which are legit, like they are present in that particular area. So
Oh
this way,
wow.
you can dominate local search. Now, for example, like best ORM companies in Naples, Florida. Now, this is my site, which is basically on the top five best reputation management companies in Naples, Florida. And this is the list that was created automatically. Netreputation.com, this is my client. And I'll be selling leads to these guys. And the other four are actual legit names that are present in Naples, Florida. And so this is the entire article, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the listicles, and some informative content in the like below the content. And these are all the CTA banners that I did, and this basically takes the users to a form in Google, and I'll simply collect leads from them and sell those leads to net reputation management. So I've done this, like this was like quite recent, and I generated like maybe 700 articles for all the different cities inside Autoblogging. Oh, sorry, in USA using Autoblogging, and this was published on June 1 and so on, like 1700 articles. There are a lot of more. So all this is done with just source context in local places. One, this is one of the use cases that you can do if you want to dominate local SERPs. This is the latest crazy stuff that we have built, and use of source context is very nice. So suppose if you want to do some comparison articles. So, for example, auto blogging versus some other competing tool. So you can mention it here, like auto blogging is the best for these particular reasons. Like it has the best SEO optimized outputs, it is user friendly, it has source context option, and so on. And just add this here, and that's it. The entire article will be very much inclined towards pushing auto blogging and not the other competing tool. So source context is very nice. Now this is one of the feedbacks that I got from our partners, right? The team they have. So this is why autoblogging is one of the best tools, because I keep on constantly improving it based on the feedbacks. And coming to more options, we have Amazon. What this will do is you can input any Amazon product URL and enter an affiliate tag, and then it will create an entire review article based on it. You can do this in bulk as well, like you can auto post to WordPress, add 50 product URLs at a time, and add your affiliate tag, and it will create an review article. Now you can see the article generated in the history tab later on. Like for example, what are AI writing tools that I generated yesterday, 10 things to do in Singapore, and even Amazon review articles like this. Now
Oh
you
wow.
can see the generation info in the side here when you use the godlike mode. So suppose if you have an article which is ranking really well in 3 to 4 months, you can come back and see what you did here. Like you can see this outline that is selected and the source context. Like for example, the share uh, auto blogging is the best AI writing tool. Explain AI, especially ChatGPT and OpenAI, and explain why auto blogging is the best because of it. So this is the reason why it is the best. So if you see in the article, it will actually mention like why is auto blocking the best. So what are the best AI writing tools? First of all, auto blocking is on the top. And why is auto blocking the best? SEO optimized outputs is on the top. And then we are given it enough freedom so that it can add more options as well, like more depth to the source context. So this is one of the pros of godlike mode. Now this is unedited sample. I did not, you can't even edit it here. So this is how it is. And yeah, now 10 things to do in Singapore. Now this is a listicle type article. Like when you go here, type of article listicles. So listicles follow a different outline structure, and this is very much SEO optimized. We have experimented it a lot, and as you can see, each listicle is a H2, and this is how the article should start with. So we are sorry, sorry, we are constantly learning from what's working out there on a macro scale and also in different niches, and we try to implement that. Now this writing style is from um, I'm not really sure if you guys are aware about Core's course, like topical authority one.
Mhm.
Now, this is the best course if you want to, improve your SEO skills to another level. And this will actually blow your mind. It took us maybe about an year to implement some of the writing styles inside autoblogging because it's so in depth. And so we have implemented that inside Autoblogging basically. So this particular article was generated as a sample, and the writing style, as you can see, like for example, like I said, like it has basically no fluff. It starts with the first, like if you want to identify any fluff, the first sentence that itself is where most tools fail at. And we have basically solved that issue with auto blogging. Like for example, take a stroll along Marina Bay. The Marina Bay area of Singapore showcases stunning views of city's modern architecture like Marina Bay Sands and so on. And yeah, it starts like that. Also, the writing style that I mentioned about, like topical authority one, like if, like usually what happens with AI content is this sentence would happen like the park is divided into themed zones. That's it. Like full stop, like multiple theme zones and so on. But when you go through this course, you'll understand that Google actually wants the name of each and everything that you're sharing. Like if you're sharing examples, name them what those are. So the park is divided into theme zones, including this particular stuff like Hollywood, New York, sci-fi, and so on. So you need to name them. And again, like visitors seeking excitement can enjoy adrenaline pumping rides, and that's it. Usually it would stop here, but then here are the examples like the Battlestar Galactica. I have actually been on this ride and it's amazing. Even the Revenge of the Mummy, I went to Singapore. These both are great rides. So yeah, so yeah, this is what we, so at Autoblogging are basically controlling each and every sentence out there, which, and every position of outputs. And there's a reason why the informative content is below here and not at the top in listicle articles, and informative content why it starts in a particular way and so on. So we have, even though it looks like quite normal in the front end, like okay, this is just normal AI outputs, right? But if you go through it, you will understand like okay, this is very decent stuff. Now, coming to the Amazon reviews, this is how it looks like. You can simply paste in a product URL like this is the one, and it will create a pros and cons, basically going through the reviews, actual reviews out there. It will create a quick verdict with your Amazon affiliate tag here, and unboxing what's inside. So this is again taken from specifications and user guide available on Amazon, and this is basically in first person voice. Like when I unbox this product, it this is what I found and so on. Now features are also out there, and pro tips to make it more appealing. Again, these all links are with affiliate tags. Now there are uh, a bunch of bugs out there, but I think this was in my to-do list to do within this week and solve this stuff, like best combination and even alternatives to consider. So it will basically go through the products that Amazon suggests, and then it will create affiliate tags in the URLs for each product as well. So this works usually well. It's not in, it's basically inconsistent, but I think I'll have some examples out there which in which it works really well. Okay. Now, yeah, okay. The alternative one, like check these or check this alternative. So for those looking for more eco-friendly option, this is the eco-friendly option and so on. And these are all legit product names out there. So, and you can do this in bulk as well for Amazon. And you can basically target a particular category like coffee machines and pick up, like apply your own filter in those category URLs and pick up all the product URLs that you want, and then generate in bulk. And yeah, it's quite simple. Just these three modes, and they are working really well.
Wonderful. We've got a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah.
I was wondering if auto blogging lets users change the tone and style of their blog post to make sure it fits their brand's voice.
Yes, you can. So there's this option like type of article, tone of voice, first person, second person, third person, writing style. You can select one, and you can also use like add an option, add an instruction here, like okay, write in this particular writing style. If these options are not enough for you, and it will create a new one, like a better one for your brand.
Okay. Uh, Dev asks, "Hey Vaibhav, here from HBB. I guess that's a location. Sorry if this was already covered. But how well does your tool work with sharing AI generated personal experience, like in first person tone?
Yeah, so like I said, you can use tone of voice here, first person, and it will, like, for example, it depends on the niches, right? So if I were to write it on like 10 things I did in Singapore, that if that was my title and use first person here, it would be a very personal experience type article out there. You can just play with the article, make sure your article title is nice and in your tone, expected tone, and then select the tone of voice here. So it double downs on what you want.
All right. Munari says this is an impressive tool. Can I prompt it to generate images and include them? And is there an option to generally use your own prompts?
First of all, thank you. And for can I prompt it to generate images? So we do have an option for AI generated images, and it costs one additional credit, and it will create four images using Midjourney. We are using Midjourney in the backend, and it will add those images in different parts of the article. Now you can't add your own prompts for the images because it's like we have a specific set of prompts and rules that we play around in the backend for each image section. So you can't really add your own prompt, but I think I'll see what I can do if I can add an option here to use your own prompt in some way or a writing or an image or something. Like for example, what is SEO? This one has image. Um, Now, like for example, like SEO, it will be very generic images out there, like not
Yeah.
related to like some screens and stuff, but it works really well in travel niches as well. Now, let me just see if this has images. Okay, yeah, it has images. It's a bit slow, sorry, my there's some
Yeah.
DNS issues with my ISP and they are solving it. It sucks. I'll probably use um
Yeah, you're doing
Cloudflare in um not really sure why it's so slow today. Okay, so other than that, basically the point is like if you are in a travel niche stuff, the images will be really nice. If you are in pet niches, it will be really nice. Nice. Like this is one of my sites, bunny.com. Like all these images are AI generated from Midjourney, so these looks quite real. And each article should have four images with all tag and everything included in them. Like depending on the header, they are right below it, so it will create all tags and stuff. So it's loading a bit slow today, but other than that, great images. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Munari and Tatia both ask about the pricing.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a couple of plans here. If you go,
If you want to check it out, it's superstarseo.com/autoblogging.
yes, make sure you go through that link, and you can check out the pricing on the page. We have a $7. We don't have a free trial because I'm opposed to getting abused a lot by different free trial abusers.
Amen.
So it's best to always use like paid trials. That's what I do in all my tools.
I can
Now
show it on
again,
my end if you're having trouble loading it.
yeah, yeah, please do that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very slow today. But yeah, please visit that site, this particular URL, superstarseo.com/autoblogging, and you can scroll down and there should be a pricing section.
Right here.
Yeah, this is the annual plan, and in the monthly plan, you will there are smaller packages here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's very now. And that can you explain how credits work?
Okay, so like I said, like if you generate an article, it will cost you one credit in quick mode. Amazon reviews cost one credit as well. When godlike mode, it will cost you two credits, and if you're using images, it will add another credit. So overall, like three or six credits maximum per article, and starting with one credit. So it depends on what you want. If you're using SERP analysis, it will cost you two credits basically for the entire article, which is like quite cheap compared to other tools out there. And secondly, annual plan gives you like all the credits instantly, so you can generate in bulk if you want to, like from day one itself. And monthly plan, they auto renew every month, and you will need to add those credits in your account basically whenever you want to use the codes. Yeah.
And if I run out, can I buy more credits?
Yes, you can. You can basically subscribe to a new plan, cancel your old one, and get the credits. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's see. Web ABCs says, how do you connect your app to WordPress? I assume it's just some settings within the software, right?
Yeah, we have basically two options. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, there you
Yeah, okay. So we have two options in here, like integrations WordPress. So so you can either auto post to WordPress from the settings here, like bulk generation. Here's an option, auto post to WordPress, and you can fill these out, make sure the connection works first. And to do that, you can simply go to integrations and push test to WordPress. It's very simple, like add your particular things after installation. So to to use auto post to WordPress, you can simply install this plugin and make sure the connection works by pushing test post to article test article to your WordPress site, or you can simply generate in bulk and upload the CSV file that's generated, like for example bulk articles, and add that CSV inside your WordPress site directly. Now, when you generate in bulk, you will find these CSV files and zip files with text files inside. You can download this particular CSV file and upload it directly in the importer plugin, which is like very basic. Like it has just two options or so, and you can simply upload all the articles right away. So if this is too complex for you or it doesn't work, this is the backup importer plugin, and this will basically take even less time for you to do it. And we also
go.
have some monetization plugin and some free ones. That's it.
Awesome. So last year I did a case study doing a site with AI content, and I did really well. It ranked really well at first, and then I used a plugin to do some interlinking, and it completely crushed it. The rankings went away, and it never came back.
Okay.
So you have something called auto linking. Can you show us that or tell us about that?
Correct. Yeah. Please. So, um, just a sec.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah. Okay. You can see my screen, right?
yeah.
So this is a tool that I built for WordPress sites because I use it myself for to create internal links between my own articles, and it has only four options like project name, WordPress username, password, and upload XML file, which you can export it directly from your WordPress site. For example, if I were to um, generate internal links between my articles inside New York category, I can simply export the articles of New York category which are published and create internal links between them directly. Now, this is a test that I did yesterday itself, like I was showing someone this tool. So, how it works is you can go to tools, export, post. Now this is here you can select your category in which all the articles will be interlinked between each other. You can do it for all the articles which are published, or go to category wise. I would suggest going category wise and select publish and download export file. And you can pick this exported file and directly use inside um, auto linking dashboard, which is this. And yeah, so project name, WordPress username, WordPress password, test WP connection. Again, if it's working for you in auto blogging, auto linking, it's the same stuff. It will work for you as well. And upload XML file. Now, suppose if your WordPress connections are not working, you can still use our importer plugin for auto linking, which is here, and you can directly import the articles, backup as well as in updated articles directly in your WordPress sites. And in the end, you will find reports like this. It's on this screen. Just a sec. Okay. In the end, you will find reports like this. Okay, like this particular article is linking out to this article, and to compare the article titles like best online application companies in Cortland and Coney Island, and this was the anchor text used, and so on. Now I just ran it for like 100 articles, and it created 786 internal links between them. So this is how it works. It's like completely hand free, and it updated all the articles as well. Like these are some internal links created, and it spread through the article like 5 in Bronx and so on. And since my titles are very related to each other, like just the name of the city is changing, it will kind of fail, or you might not like the anchor text here. But it works really well if you have like informative content out there with like varied titles and so on. Like for example, checkered green rabbits, it will go to another page about checkered green rabbits directly, and this is goes to giant rabbit breed and stuff. So this is another example of auto linking. It's done on day one, and this site is working really well. Like for example, as for the diet, these rabbits should have a diet rich in cream, something breed, parrotfish, and so on. And this is what it goes to. So it makes sure the links are semantically related to each other. And yeah, I'm constantly improving this based on feedbacks from SEO pros as well. Now, internal linking can break or make your site, but
Yeah.
with my experience, it has been working really well for me so far. Like you can even check out bunnyeat.com and it will work. You can see the graph it has. It has a perfect graph. And yeah, learn what I did. I do videos on launching new sites on Autoblogging channel on YouTube, and I basically did informative content with some questions from like can bunnies eat stuff and so on.
And this is a separate tool from auto blogging.
Yeah, this is a separate tool. Auto linking for it's just for internal links, and you can simply use it for that stuff itself.
Okay.
And this is basically, so the thing is like I last week or so, about it in like 15 days ago, I started another tool as well. Now this is for automated off page SEO. So this covers the internal linking part, auto linking. Auto blocking covers the content part, and this covers the backlink outreach part. So you can basically reach out to people and find leads for your site in your niche, and then do some outreach campaign for you can even ask for you can ask that you are basically paying for links and what's their offer are, like what do you want, what's your background, what's your offer. Like it can generate AI emails for you. It can also, you can use this to send emails as well. Like let me just show you the dashboard.
Yeah,
It's a
go
bit
for it.
complex. Yeah, it's like,
It seems kind of like I hate when people compare products, but it's like a pitch box or something.
yeah, correct. So Pitchbox was my inspiration to create a tool for this, but Pitchbox is kind of like this.
Obscenely expensive and hard to use.
And the initial packages, it starts with like $500 every month or so. So it's
That you
like
have
the
to pay
barrier.
for a year.
There is a definite barrier to entry.
Yeah.
So I wanted to build something for my own because I wanted to pitch auto blogging and find leads for like directly if I'm inside a tool. So you can find link opportunities using keywords like for example caravans and stuff. And you can also use your own article URL. So suppose if I want to find link building opportunities for this particular article, so I can put this article here, and then it will create go and find different articles that are out there ranking for it, and it will then get leads from them, basically grab contact emails if there are any on these sites. And then you can basically fill out these options like craft personalized AI emails. So what is the offer? Like I want to pay $100 for a link insertion, or I want to pitch my SEO services and so on. And what do you want? I want to do this stuff. Like I want them to include my website's link in the article, or I want them to schedule a meeting. What's your background here? You can add like I am Vaibhav Sharda, founder of Bunny Eats, and I love writing stuff about bunnies and so on. Like basically pitch it however you want to. You can select writing styles, and it will create emails for you. Now, for example, if you go here, like leads, and now this is the one I did for pitching auto blogging. Um, so this is what it does. Now, this is the two email which is found like to this particular caravans company in UK. Now, this is the email subject, email body. Now, as you can see here, email body. I'm Vaibhav Sharda, the founder of Autoblogging, and this is what I added in my prompt for the what's their offer and want. So I wanted them to sign up for Autoblogging DFI services, and how. Basically, I mentioned like you can search for Highlander tents in Birmingham, UK, and you will find the Expert Camper, which is one of our clients, and it's working really well for them. So we can do this stuff for caravans as well. So all these are like personalized emails. It's not templated, and each and every email is a different one. Like it we have given AI again enough freedom for it to write in their own way. Like for example, I believe our services can significantly benefit this particular company. Please visit, and so on. Now it will also create 3 follow-up sequences mail, which are personalized as well. Like when coming back about, like as you can see, like SEO performance at Staffordshire. Basically, how a human or a VA does it for you, and this will basically create 3 follow-ups which you can send later on. And this it does it for all the emails that were found, each and every one. And you can simply upload this file directly in email campaigns here, like new campaign name. Just upload the CSV with the proper format, like with follow-up sequences or without follow-up sequences. You can select how which email should be the sending emails. Like for example, I'm sending it through my own one, Vaibhav at Autoblogging.ai, and daily sending limit. Once done, you can check out the campaign history here. Like for example, like 139 emails were sent, 288 are pending, there are 0 failed. One follow-up sequences were paused because they basically replied to me. So it checks for that as well. If there is a reply, it will not send the
Mm.
follow-up emails. And this is the overview. Like okay, every day, like today 7 emails are scheduled. Tomorrow 43 are scheduled, 31, including the follow-up sequences. And you can delete it. And and adding your email accounts is quite straightforward. You can do that simply here, like add your account here, add email, IMAP, SMTP stuff, send a test email if you want to using your accounts, and check connections again if you want to. Now, this is like Pitchbox, as you said. Like, this is quite crazy because it's not limited to emails, because I am basically bringing scraping numbers as well. So, you will be able to find leads with numbers, and we are also bringing com.bots WhatsApp automation inside this tool. So you can basically cold outreach for anything, like for backlinks or your own offers or your own SEO agencies, and you'll be able to send WhatsApp messages from right here to your
Oh, wow.
potential client. So this is like amazing. Like I'm
That's
quite
pretty cool.
excited for the number stuff, because I believe if I can pitch auto blocking directly through WhatsApp, it will have a greater open rate and reply rate compared to emails, because everyone's sending emails, right? So cold out, and everyone checks their messages on WhatsApp at least once. So yeah, that will be amazing. So yeah, and just
And you
one
do
more.
and you do the coding on all three of these yourself?
Yes, yes, I did that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Me and ChatGPT basically, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And
Um, and one
yeah,
thing I want to say, it's a little off topic, but on all of these, you've mentioned that this is something I needed, so I went and built it myself. That's kind of the principle behind all three of them, right? Is
yeah,
stuff
make
you do, and then you just offered it to other people, right?
yeah, correct. That's how what I have been doing since I started my journey in the SEO stuff, since 2016. So whatever I am basically building for myself, and I'm basically lazy. So I have been basically building stuff for myself, and people are like, okay, I want that as well. So I started providing that as a service. So auto links, same thing. Like everyone wants to do cold outreach for their link building stuff, or to pitch their services out there. And there are a couple of tools out there like Pitchbox, there is Instantly, there is Hunter.io, and they're great tools, but they're all very limited to something or the other. I wanted something for myself which is like automated and works in the backend, and like I can see my emails going out daily, and I just need to schedule it once and stuff. So it's like very nice. It's like a VA working for me 24/7 in the backend. So yeah, these tools are what I needed for myself. Yeah.
So my question is not so much about the tools, but these have done pretty well. You've gotten some pretty big people to back them, and that you've done pretty well with these. Can you talk a little bit about how you went about getting attention? Did you use lifetime deal sites? Did you get influencer outreach? Was it just organic? Like, how'd you go about growing these? Because that's honestly more interesting to me than the tools are.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So I'll simply talk about auto blogging because that's what picked up the most since 2 years. So initially, when autoblogging was launched, there were a lot of LTD tools out there on AppSumo. Like $49, you could get something with some limits and so on. And there were like 10 or 15 different ones coming every month and so. So what we did was, instead of doing it a LTD of, 49 bucks or 99 bucks, I did not want to, since there are API costs involved, I did not want to sell out LTDs and make money from it, because it would be just for one time, and I wanted this to work for like really long time. And API is OpenAI costs are quite expensive when you change your model as well. Like the new ones are quite nice, right?
Yeah.
So what we did was, we to market our product, when we launched autoblogging, we simply put out a freebie on AppSumo. Like you will just get 5 credits every month. It's basically like a free trial. So people came in and they started. They basically liked the tool, and then they subscribe instantly to the monthly plans and stuff. So like initially when we launched, the first month itself, our MRR grew to 10,000 plus. Like and that's all from AppSumo itself, like the freebie deal, because people just like the output so much. And this is what I did for marketing stuff. And it was basically stagnant till like maybe 8 months or so. And then in May, Julian Goldie, who is a
Mhm.
big YouTuber now.
And he's been on the channel
uh,
before.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's a great guy, a great
Mhm.
human being. I'll tell you why. So basically he bought the biggest plan on autoblogging, and it was May, like exactly 1 year back, 2023, and his channel had like 7,000 subscribers. That's it. So he basically bought the biggest plan, and then he used autoblogging to do a video. Like I just generated 1,000 articles in 5 minutes or something like that, or in
Yeah, I
30 minutes or
remember.
so. That was his first video. And even I did not know, like, okay, some he was doing something like that. He just shared me a message on Facebook, or like, okay, I'm doing a video for this stuff. I'm like, what video? Where? I didn't even knew he had a YouTube channel. And then that particular video blew up,
Yeah, I
and
remember that one.
he has a quality audience, like the best quality audience out there in SEO. And the MRR, it instantly grew to 5 to 6x. Yeah, like so it was stagnant for like 8 to 10 months, and then in last year May, it blew up. Yeah.
Yeah. Greg
So
Morrison swears by it too, right?
yeah. So this is, so I believe the growth of auto blogging, or how my tools grew, it's basically from word of mouth, more like an influencer, YouTubers using it and stuff like that. Basically, I go to SEO. I attended a lot of SEO conferences, so I have these connections with them. And when you meet people face to face, like whoever comes into the SEO conferences, they are legends of the industry, right? The big players. So when I talk to them, I share what I have built, and they instantly like it, and then they promote it as well, and or even use them themselves. Yeah.
Maybe you should come to mine in September then.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if the US government will give me a visa, but
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Uh, all right, we got a couple more questions. We ABC's video, there's your free plug, says, how do you, I know we already answered that one.
Yeah, we took that.
Shannon says, what is the monetization plugin?
Okay, so let me just share my screen very quickly
Okay.
again. So monetization plugin is just like ad inserter plugin. If you know about it, ad inserter. So what you can do is you can add a particular snippet code or HTML code which will occur after every paragraph, like 3 paragraph or 4 paragraphs and so on. It's just a simple code. But ad inserter, it was taking a lot of time, because I had to put like just one simple code every 3 or 4 paragraphs. And so we basically built this monetization plugin with collaboration with Julian Goldie, because we have monetize all our sites with, we're collecting leads from a lot of SEO sites, local SEO sites. So simply download, install the plugin, add a paragraph gap, like I want this to show every 4 paragraphs, and it will add the code in between posts. And this is how I'm collecting leads now. So yeah, you
Okay.
can, it's quite simple, very
Wonderful.
basic.
We ABC's video says, is there a limit to how many different sites you can post to?
No, there's no limit. You can basically fill out uh, any username, password, and stuff. It's up to you. And suppose if you have already generated the articles, you can go in and use the CSV directly here, CSV URL, paste it here, add WordPress ID, username, password, and so on. So suppose if your domain changes for some reason, you can simply add it again, like push it from here, like draft, add to draft or publish. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Let's see. Dave, what's up, David? David says LTD extension for auto links. Also for the Autoblog, any other integrations besides WordPress, such as Shopify?
Okay, yeah. Like I said, for first of all, Autolinks extension. So it basically ended on 31st May. I'm just going to launch some subscription plans now because I was looking for some product market fit before launching Autolinks, and it works really. It's great. I've been getting great feedback from LTD guys and stuff. So I'll just do some subscriptions now. I do not want to kill the tool in the long run, and I want to make it sustainable. That's the reason Autolinks is now it's past LTD. Coming to the auto blogging question, like WordPress suggests Shopify. So you can do that using com.bot. There's a watch tutorial video here, and this is basically like auto blogging with autopost to Shopify, Go CMS, Webflow, all external APIs. So you can sign up for com.bot as well, and then connect com.bot to Shopify, and from here, like from auto blogging to com.bot, you just need to input your trigger ID, and that's it.
Wonderful. Forensics detect forensics detectors. It says, do you offer any services on legit?
Um, I used to sell it on Legit before. Like, I'm not really sure if Chris knows about it. I was a level X seller on SEO Clerks and Legit and Fiverr and so on. I was a top seller. Like, this was back in 2011, 12, 13, 14. Like that. That was those were the days. But other than that, no, I do not currently sell any services because I do not have any freelance based services. It's just these tools out there. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, any software apps for Shopify? I'm not
Not
sure.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm basically getting a lot of queries to build something for Shopify, like some paid plugins, because it has a lot of scope. So I'm yet to get into it, but maybe someday I'll look around and see. Maybe I'll have to use Shopify to understand more, like what it's lacking. So I'm not
Right.
really using Shopify myself. So
I have I've used it sparingly and I find it unnecessarily complicated. I don't know how it got to be the standard for easy e-commerce because to me it's not
yeah, I know
that
it's
easy to use, but I could be wrong.
yeah,
Uh, David says Shopify is a huge market. Winky face.
yeah, yeah. I
So
believe it's the iPhone of the industry.
yeah. So again, if they wanted, let's check out the pricing one more time for auto blogging. I'm gonna put.
Just
I'll share it on
I
my
think
screen unless you
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please do. I think it will take some time
All right.
for me to load it now.
Yeah. Just if you can kind of go over it real quick again. Yeah. Can you just kind of cover the different things, packages again?
Okay, yeah. So these are the annual plans. In annual plans, you will get the entire year's credits immediately. So you can basically build out blogs on scale from day one. And in the monthly plan, you will get credits every month, like 60 credits. So if you have like very small usage or you do not need to generate a lot of articles, you can use go for the monthly ones. But annual ones, most of our users are on the annual plan because that's how we roll. We build sites on scale, and it's fun. It's you will be basically out of you'll find yourself going out of credits very fast, very soon if you go for the annual plan. So good luck.
Yeah, it seems like that would be the way to go because 60 is great, but I mean, to build out a really good AI site, you're going to need more than
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna need more. Yeah, and since it works on scale, like if you publish all the articles on day one, it's working really well for me. You like for the first scroll for Google to come on a site, if it finds a site which has like maybe 1,000 articles and all
Mhm.
the articles are internal linked with proper images and stuff, I believe Google really loves that stuff right now. Like it is working really well, and you do not even need an expired domain right now. Like fresh domains are working really well, like bunny.com. It's a fresh domain, and I did like maybe 500 articles on the first day itself. All were internal linked, and it's working quite well. You should check out the graph. It's amazing.
Okay. And we had one more question. Dev says, just curious if you made any changes to the tool after the Google algo leak.
Not really. No, not at the moment because it's like everyone knew whatever was mentioned in the Google algo leaks
Exactly.
before. It's like everyone who has been experimenting with SEO stuff like since way back, they know what it's. It's just that Google has been denying those factors, but it has always been there. So yeah.
Yeah, SEOs wanted to make that into some kind of scandal, but I read it and I was like, for the most part, I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yeah, it's
uh,
just a validation tool for now. Like, okay, yeah, I knew that, I knew that, I knew that, check mark and so on.
yeah, and it was good for people that have SEO blogs to get link bait to write about it. So,
Yeah,
like, I can't remember the dude's name, but I pull rank.
yeah, I pull rank. Yeah,
I
he got
forget
a
his
lot of mentions from a lot of different sites, like
Yeah,
amazing PR.
he got like the first article out about it, and it
Yeah,
killed for him. I can't remember his name, but I see him on Twitter all the time.
yeah, I
Uh,
forgot his name as well, but he's a
yeah,
very famous guy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, all right, we're almost out of time. If people wanted to connect with you more, or talk to you, or follow you, where would they do that?
There's a contact form on Autoblogging. If you can click on the menu, like in the header, and I have my personal WhatsApp given as well. I do not get in like a lot of support inquiries. That's a great thing for me. So you can contact me on WhatsApp, Skype, email,
Okay,
anything.
I see you active on Twitter pretty often too. So,
Yeah, yeah. Twitter, I've been basically learning more about it, but it's killing my organic growth for some reason. So it's fine. I'm mostly active on Facebook. Yeah, I love
yeah,
it.
it's the same for me. This is off topic, of course, but I have like a pretty decent following. I have like 15,000 followers, and I get like
Uh,
200 reach on any tweet.
yeah, it sucks, right? So
It's crazy. Facebook I
yeah,
crushed though, so I agree with you on that.
yes.
But it's been good for making one-on-one connections. I find that people respond pretty well on there. So
Yeah, I believe I've been using Facebook like people have been using LinkedIn right now. Like I've been using Facebook since 2011 or so,
yeah,
and all my business connections are basically on Facebook. I
same.
rarely use it for personal stuff, and it's great. There's a lot of quality buyers out there on Facebook groups and stuff. You can sell off sites and some groups which are about niche flipping sites and stuff and
Yeah,
so on. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it. We've been here for an hour now. Anything else you want to tell us before we wrap up?
Oh, that's it, guys. Yeah, I think I can add to this. Like, okay, guys, if you're worried about Google, you know, Google's recent spam algo updates, and it was supposed to take down AI sites and stuff. First of all, it doesn't work. It was all manual penalties, so don't worry about it. I
Mhm.
believe people are now starting to realize it, and the market is again, the sentiment has changed, and the market is again moving towards AI content, and it works really well. And just go for anything that you want to. You can build out affiliate sites, local sites, whatever, pitch stuff to different leads, and yeah, make sure you grow at this point because oh yeah, okay, so first of all, I believe your your personal reach or your personal branding is very much important in nowadays, and if you have that, you can basically go on in the long run. So that's one thing. Other than that, build out more sites is working really well, even on fresh domains. Just give it a try and you will see how easy it is, especially with local sites. Yeah.
And the one thing I would like everyone to take from today was first to buy through my link so I make money. But the other thing would be that Vibhav found had something that he needed. Like he was doing the thing, and he found he needed a task to be done, and nothing existed that did it the way he wanted. So he went and created that, and then he decided that other people might want that too. So he offered that to other people, and look how it's blown up for him. So use your brain while you're doing what you do, and see if there's anything that could be done better. And if there is, do it yourself. Like you don't. There's this notion that creating things is for other people a lot of the time, and people think I wish that there was a blank. And what makes an entrepreneur is they find when they find something like that, they don't go I wish there was a blank. They go I'm going to create a blank. And that's what he did. And that's what I hope that in addition to what a great set of tools he has, I hope that that's one of the lessons that people take away from today. So that's going to do it. I'm going to take a couple weeks off from the interview series, and then we'll get back, scale back up in late June. But on June 18th, which is 2 weeks from today, we have Edward Baker. He's a great SEO. That's going to be a great interview. And if you and I'll probably do some individual ones in between now and then as well. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of that, click the subscribe button and the notification bell or whatever it is on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm told that if I ask for that people will be more likely to do it. I've never seen any evidence that supports that, but it's worth it anyway. And I want to thank everybody for being here today. I know that there's a ton of different things you could be doing with your time, and you choose to spend an hour of it with us here today. So I appreciate that. I'll never take that for granted. So thank you. And last but not least, figure out what you want out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. I'll see you again soon. Peace.